Hello everybody, welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. I really hope you enjoyed your Christmas and I hope you are looking forward to your new year as well. Guys, another prediction video. You guys seem to be really loving this, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or I'm going to stop doing them. That's the deal. Guys, this is game week 20, although I don't think I've ever seen a fixture pile up like this. Some teams have played 15 games, some have played 19. It's quite incredible. But let's dive in with our first official game, which is Southampton versus Spurs. Now, Southampton had an incredible win in London against West Ham earlier on in the week. They've only lost one in their last 5, in fact, but I think 3 of those have been draws. And of course, Spurs, a massive 3 points against Crystal Palace and 3 goals as well. Kane back on the score sheet. Son doing great as usual. 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 for Spurs. So they've really, really turned it around since Nuno left. With this one, I'm going to go for I think I have to go for a Spurs win, but I don't think it'll be easy. I'm going to say 2-1 Spurs. We come on to Watford versus West Ham. Watford 2 points clear, and they do have 3 games in hand over some of the teams around them at the bottom. West Ham, what's happened to them? 1 win in 5 now. There are 7 points off 4th, and it wasn't that long ago where they were 4 or 5 points clear of 5th. The wheels, really have fallen off for them, not to steal a United pun, but it's just not going West Ham's way. Antonio, I don't think is it 1 goal in 9 games for Antonio, or maybe 2 in 8 or something like that, I'm guessing, but it's not a lot. I think I might have to go for a draw here. I've backed West Ham over the last couple of weeks, but they've just been letting me down on my prediction, so I'm going to say 2-2. I think there'll be goals. We come on to Palace versus Norwich. Palace dropped down to 12th in the league, 20 points for them. It could be a lot worse for Palace. Obviously, I don't think they have any God-given right to be in the Premier League, like a lot of teams don't. But they started so well. And around about, end of October, November, they did really, really well. Started to slow down now for them. Only 1 win in their last 5. We come on to Norwich. 4 losses, 1 draw in their last 5. It's really not going well. To put it into context, Norwich have conceded 12 goals in their last 5 league games. Manchester City have conceded 12 all season. Now, I know we're comparing 2 polar opposites, but whether you're going for a league title or whether you're just trying to stay in the league, you can't be conceding 12 goals in 5 games. I think Palace will bounce back from their defeat to Spurs, and I'm going to go 3-0. I've got no faith in Norwich at all at the moment. 3-0 Crystal Palace. Leicester versus Liverpool. A fantastic game to watch last time out for Leicester, for neutrals anyway, against Manchester City. 6-3, 4-0 down. It comes back to 4-3. Then they concede to go 5-3 down from a set piece. Could they have got something out of the game if they'd have just stayed focused? Liverpool, again, it's not an easy run of fixtures, is it? You play Man City and then you play Liverpool. Leicester have conceded 12 in their last 5 games. Very similar, exactly the same, I should say, to Norwich. And you might be thinking, well, that's not really fair. They've conceded 12 in their last 5, but half of those were against Manchester City in the last game. So are you skewing the stats, James? Well, I'm not. So if we take the Man City result out of it, we go back to the previous 5 before Man City. They still conceded 9 in their previous 5. So it's not like the Man City result was a freak result. They're conceding a lot of goals, something that Brendan has really tried to fix in the last couple of years since he's been there. Liverpool, unbelievable form, 6 wins, 1 draw. It's just that Manchester City are perfect in the last 7, 8, 9 games. So what can you do? Liverpool haven't lost since mid-November, that loss against West Ham at the London Stadium. I think that was 7 games ago as well. And they have scored 19 since then. I think Leicester will score again, but I think they will lose the game. And I'm going to say 3-1 to Liverpool. We come on to Chelsea versus Brighton. Chelsea, really much needed win for them against Aston Villa at Villa Park as well. A Villa team that's been doing very well under Steven Gerrard. They're 6 points off Manchester City. I don't think they can win the league, and I don't think a lot of Chelsea fans do now either. But they will want to stay as close to the top 2 as possible to really secure that top 4 place. Brighton. Listen, I've been doing these prediction videos for a couple of weeks now, and they haven't won. We all know the stat. They haven't won since 19th of September. That all changed. Massive win for them in their last game, and they are now in the top half. I don't think it'll do much for them. Lukaku's come back, and he played very well against Aston Villa. I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We come on to Brentford versus Manchester City. Brentford 2 wins in 5, and they have actually got 9 points ahead. They are 9 points ahead of 18th, I should say. And they do have 2 games in hand on a lot of teams. So Brentford, just keep enjoying it. I keep saying it. Just have fun and enjoy this season, because I think you're going to be here next season unless something disastrous happens or drastic happens. Manchester City, what can I tell you about them that you do not already know? I can tell you that they've scored 17 goals in their last 3 games, league games. 17 goals in 3 games. I can tell you that they've conceded 6 in their last 9 league games. I could even tell you that over the last 3 games, Manchester City are averaging a goal every 16 minutes. What can you do? What can you do? What can you say either? I don't know what to say about this Man City team. And you kind of run out of things to say about them, just how good they are. I'm sorry, Brentford. Hopefully you enjoy this game. Maybe you never thought you'd play Manchester City in the Premier League, but just enjoy it. I think you're going to get beat by 3 or 4-0, though. It's just that game is just pick a number, isn't it? I think at the end of the day. We come on to Everton versus Newcastle. Everton 15th on 19 points, only 1 win in their last 5 with a draw in there as well. Newcastle United, they've got 10 points. 10 points. They need a massive, massive January. I'm going to go for a draw. I think both teams will score. I'm going to say 2-2. Manchester United versus Burnley, the last official game for this game week, unless it gets called off or unless any of them get called off. Manchester United, 3 games in hand, but they are 8 points off 4th. So you really think they need to win all 3. But they have won their last 3 in the league. So it's not, out of the realms of possibility. And of course, Burnley, 4 games in hand against some of the teams in and around them. 2 points from safety, so they only need 1 win. You could say, mate, if they can get 2 wins, they really slingshot themselves up the league. But their last league win did come 30th of October. And yes, they've had a lot of games called off, but it's a long time to not celebrate 3 points. Whether you're fighting 4 leagues or fighting to stay in the league, you really want to try and get into a momentum of winning games. And when you haven't won a game of football, albeit a lot of postponements, for 2 months, you wonder whether that will take an effect psychologically on the players. Guys, the games that were called off, my club, Wolverhampton Wanderers, asked to be called off against Arsenal, and it was, and Leeds versus Villa has been called off as well. Guys, hit that like button again, hit that subscribe button, let us know in the comments if you think I've got any of my predictions absolutely wrong, couldn't be more wrong, or let me know if you think I've got them all spot on. And if I don't see you again before New Year, have a great one, stay safe, and we'll see you again. Take care.